Hello. Hi everyone. Welcome you all. We now have 23 people watching us, 28 now, which is very good. It's a very good pleasure to meet you all here. I hope you're all excited for our annual event, that it's almost starting. We are 16 days only away. Time's flying, just 2 weeks. We're gonna wait 2 more minutes to start, so we give a couple of time for the ones who haven't accessed it yet. Well, during the webinar, in case you guys have any doubts or if you want to clarify anything, I ask you to write on the comments. Our team is online the whole time, and all of the doubts are going to be answered right after the webinar, okay? Okay. So we have Javier Caja, we have Valeria Matoso, hello. Say hi, if there's anyone online, say hello. A lot of people here, which is excellent. Thank you all for your presence. Well, I think we're good to start, huh? Okay, excellent. Starting with 30 people watching us. So once again, welcome you all to our webinar, pre-face-to-face event, pre-Twig Talk 2023. Today we're going to talk about 5 top strategies for boosting your attendance at Twig Talk 23. First of all, for the ones who doesn't know me yet, I am Jordana Garcia. I am the director of Twig, and I decided to bring this content to you due to my previous experiences in the Twig annual meetings. So this is going to be my 6th edition attending the Twig Talk. And for me, it's a pleasure to be with you all, and it's an excellent moment to get to know each one personally and face-to-face. Of course, develop some business too, but the experience itself, it's going to be unforgettable. And I hope that with these tips I'm going to give it to you, you're going to be able to boost your participation even more, okay? So let's get started. First of all, I'd like you to understand the importance of attending this face-to-face meeting, okay? By the time you become a member of any network, most of the time you have only virtual contacts with your partners. So, especially now that we've been without annual meetings for the past 3 years, we know that the relationships are never going to be substituted by the virtual relationships. So I'm very glad that you all understand this importance. That attending a face-to-face meeting is one of the most effective ways of establishing real relationships with partners to guarantee your business opportunities, okay? So let's start with the first tip. First of everything you gotta know is to get yourself prepared before the event. Some people might think that all they have to do is get to the place and start doing the one-on-one meetings. But you're going to be able to have a better result in case you get yourself prepared before everything. So it's important now that it's only 15 days away from the event. It's important that you sit down with your team, with your management, with the directors of your company, and understand what are your goals with the event. So what does your company want to accomplish by the time you go back home? Would you like to expand your market through any different country? Would you like to foster your market? Would you like to introduce your cargo to a new model, or your company to a new model? Or you'd like to let Twig members know that you are working now with a different kind of services that you haven't offered yet. So please sit down with your whole team and get all of your expectations done before you attend the event, okay? Also, be aware of the forwarders who will be attending the meeting. Get to know them well before you go to Punta Cana. You guys have probably received, we've shared the complete attendee list on our group and by email. So in this list, you're going to be able to check each one of the attendees that will be there with the email, with the Twig platform profile. So get to know them well. Where are they from? Their country, their company. If you have already met them in previous events, or if your team already has any kind of contact with this company you would be interested in talking with at the event, okay? So select those forwarders of your interest to be prepared to schedule a meeting with them by the time the agendas are open. We're going to talk a bit more about the agendas and setting up your availability, but it's important to have in mind who are the people you want to talk by the time the schedules are going to be open, because many people, we're going to have over 200 attendees on this event, so it's going to be many people to be scheduling meetings. So if you have a complete list of the ones you would like to talk, this is going to minimize the chances of you forgetting anyone and not being able to talk in the meeting rooms, okay? So another point, be attentive to set your availability for meetings during the event. Tomorrow, as most of you already know, we're going to open the system for setting up the availability. So it's not the time for scheduling one-on-one meetings, but you gotta be aware of the times that you would like to be available for people to schedule meetings with you, okay? And last but not least of this first tip is to download the Twig app before the event. We are doing some last adjustments on our Twig app to make it available for you in the next days. We're going to contact you all saying that it's time to download the app, but as soon as you receive this notification, we highly encourage you to download the app so you know if you're logged in properly, if you know your password, if you're having any kinds of difficulties before the event starts, okay? All right, so passing now to the second tip is for you to be ready to take the most out of your 20-minute meeting. Most of you probably already know, but our one-on-one meetings last 20 minutes. So we're gonna have a counter on the screen on the meeting room. This counter is going to start, and 20 minutes after the first meeting, we're gonna ring a bell, and you're gonna have the opportunity to change tables to sit with a different partner. So you're gonna have 1 minute to change your table and be ready for the next one. 20 minutes is not a lot of time, so you gotta have all of the information on your hands so you don't lose your time, okay? So be secure of your differentials. why should the company work with you? We are going to have around 40 slots for one-on-one meetings. So people are going to be talking to many different partners. So it's important for you to know who you're going to talk with and let them know the differentials of your company. Once again, if you set your goals and your objectives, you're going to handle more information to your partner. The information they need to know about you, okay? So they can remember you by the time they go back home. So take a presentation of your company to facilitate your introduction. If you take a material with lots of visual arts, with specific information of services provided, this will facilitate your introduction and you will have more results over your one-on-one meetings, okay? And also it's important for you to prepare the questions you judge is more important to make to partners during the one-on-one meetings. So what information you think is important for you to remember this partner by the time you go back to your company? So would you like to know the services they provide? Would you like to know what specific air routes they work better? They have special prices, special conditions. So get those questions together and prepare so you know exactly what subject you need to deal with each one of your partners, okay? And write down the main points discussed with partners, as well as actions you need to take by the time you go back home. You're going to be discussing many different points with different partners over the 3 days of event. So if you do not write this down on the notebook, you're going to probably forget about extremely important information and strategic information for you to deal with by the time you get back to your company. Twig is going to give you a notebook of the event with all of the attendees that will be attending, with all of the information, and we're going to have a full page for you to write down those notes, those important points. So make sure by the time you take this notebook on your hand, write down your name, your main information. We see many people forgetting notebooks on the meeting rooms, and if the information is already on the notebook, we are going to be able to find this notebook and hand it back to you on the next day or later on in the afternoon. But if there's no information on the notebook, it makes our job very difficult. Once again, over 200 attendees will be there, so we highly advise you to make good use of this notebook, but especially by the time you receive, put your main information on the first page so we know that this notebook is yours, okay? So the third tip I'm going to give is that during the event, anywhere is a place for networking. We know that we have a very specific time for business, which are the one-on-one meetings, opportunities, but the event lasts 4 days straight. So you're only going to be 20 minutes with this partner on the meeting room. We're promoting many social activities for you to break this ice, for you to get to know the partners personally, and not only to be talking about business all the time. In the freight forwarding market, many times it's not your company who makes a difference for other partner. It's the relationship you have been developing who is going to make your partner remember you and send a first opportunity, a first quotation to your team. So take those times for social events, for social activities, to make good use of them, to introduce yourself to partners. So don't be shy of introducing yourself to people you haven't never met. We're going to have many new Twig members. We come from 3 years without face-to-face meeting, so it will be normal to see people you haven't met before, even if you have participated in all the face-to-face events of Twig. So let them know who you are. If you see someone talking to each other, get close to them and say, hey, my name is Jordana, I work for Twig, I'd like to know you guys, and start a good conversation. Relaxing moment might take you to very good opportunities, business opportunities on future. Okay, one point here that it's very important to know: Twig Talk attendees will have a bracelet of identification. So you all are going to be able to identify possible partners, people that are also participating on events. So even though you might not be on the meeting place, on the one-on-one meeting area, you can be on the pool, you can be by the beach, and if you see the bracelet of identification of Twig Talk attendees, you have all the opportunities on your hands to go by and say hello and start a good conversation, okay? So be attentive also to places where Twig Talk participants will gather up after the meetings. It's common that after all of the social activities, official social activities that we promote, people get together in places around the hotel or in the hotel. We're going to be in one of the best resorts of Punta Cana. Hard Rock Hotel has a huge infrastructure of leisure, bars, places for you guys to gather. So we're going to have this communication the whole time in our group. You feel also free to send messages on the WhatsApp group saying, hello guys, we are here with this person and this person, get together, come here, let's have a good time. So you're totally open to do that during the whole event, okay? And in order to foster even more those opportunities of gathering up out of the meeting rooms, this year we're going to have something we have never done before. So we have reserved a pool spot for everyone participating of the Twig Talk. So one of the pools in Hard Rock called Moon Pool, you're going to receive all of the notifications about this location. But one of those pools are going to be reserved for Twig Talk participants. So once you have some time, some leisure time, or you want to go to a pool, or you want to go by the beach, it's important that you always stop by this pool. We're going to have all of the signs of Twig, so you're going to know that this is a place reserved for Twig Talk participants. And of course, there will always be members around, sitting there, swimming, having a drink. So stop by every time you have a chance, because it's going to be something that will make a whole difference for you to gather up with everyone during the event, okay? The fourth tip is for you to know what points could ruin the success of your participation. Those are very simple points, but as the time passed by with all of my attendances on the Twig Talks, we always have those kinds of situations. So I wanted to highlight those points for you to try maximum to avoid those kinds of things, okay? So first thing, very, very important to avoid is no-shows. You're going to have a full schedule on your hand, on your mobile. You're going to have a time to set your availability. You're going to have a time to invite partners for having meetings with you. So, of course, an unforeseen can happen anytime. But if something happens and you know that you're not going to be able to attend a scheduled meeting, we highly advise you to cancel the meeting before the time of the meeting, okay? This is because a partner is going to be there waiting for you with expectation of talking to you. So if you do not show up, this causes a bad impression of you, of your company, so it doesn't look good anyway. So please cancel. There's nothing wrong in canceling a meeting, okay? But cancel the meeting. Let partner know what happened that you could not attend this specific meeting, okay? Also, exceeding the time of the meetings. As I told you, the meetings are going to last 20 minutes only. I know that sometimes you have more things to talk and you might want to go over this length of the meetings, but try to be on time for your next meeting. Maybe you gotta talk more with this specific person you're talking right now. So let this person know, okay, so let's talk a bit more. I have a free time in a couple of hours, or by the time we're gonna have lunch together, let's gather once again, or let's gather together on the welcome cocktail. But please try to do not exceed the time of the meetings, so you do not let people wait for you on the table, just sitting there and waiting for you. This is not very good to do, okay? And be late for a meeting. Exactly what I just told you. Avoid maximum to be late for your next meeting, okay? In case anything happens that you realize that you will not be able to make it on time to your next meeting, write down to this attendee, let them know that you're not going to be there on time, so they all know that this is passing through a specific reason, that you haven't forgot about this partner, okay? And do not forget the badge of the identification. On the check-in, on the first day of event, we are going to handle to you a badge with your identification. Your name, the name of your company, the name of the country you are representing. And this badge should be with you during the whole event, specifically during the one-on-one meeting times. Many people will not know you. They probably haven't met you yet. So the badge of identification makes everything easier, okay? They just take a look on your badge and they know you are the person that you're looking for, okay? And another tip here is for you to take the badge of identification to our first social event, which is going to be the welcome cocktail. At this time, once it's going to be the first official social event, many people do not know each other yet. So we highly encourage you to take this badge on this first social event. On the next social event, it's not mandatory. It is okay because you're going to be already familiar with the attendees, with most of the participants. But at this first time, we encourage you to take this badge, okay? So now we are going to understand more about the meeting schedule, about our system. Right here we have a small video showing you the first screen of the system. Most of you have already had a contact with this screen because you did your registration. In case we have anyone here watching us that haven't done the registration yet, we highly encourage you to do that as soon as possible once the meeting scheduler is going to be open tomorrow for you all to set your availability, okay? So you gotta be already familiar with this screen. The first screen you're going to have is a spot for you to fill out with your email address and your password. This information is the same information you use to log into the Twig platform, okay? So if any kind of problem happens with you by the time you try to access, we ask you to go to our CS coordinator, Miss Luisa, and she's going to help you to reset your password or do anything that is necessary for you to be able to log in, okay? So this is the first screen of the system. On the top of your screen, you have the logo of Twig Talk, and you have two main menus. You have the My Agenda menu and you have the schedule meeting menu. Today, right now, we are going to talk about the My Agenda, okay? So you have the schedule menu, the schedule meeting. On your right side, on the top, you have a counter, which is going to be the balance of the spots you have already set and the spots that you have still available, okay? On your right side, you have your picture profile, and you can click on the picture to edit your information, your name, your position, your picture, and update those informations, okay? Once again, in case you have any difficulty on this process, we ask you to get in contact with our CS team, and we will all be ready to assist you, okay? So just click on update, and all of the information is going to be available. So if you click on My Agenda, you're going to see the full schedule of the event. It's important to highlight that this schedule is only for you to check your one-on-one meetings spots, okay? So you will not be able to see in this schedule the time of our social activities, for example. If you want to download the full file with the full event agenda and social activities and so on, all you gotta do is click on the download the schedule, and you're going to be able to have this information right on your hand. We are going to give you, as I told you, the badge of identification, and in one side you're going to have your identification, and in the other side you're going to have access to the full agenda, okay? So it's not mandatory to download this file unless you want to check all of the activities we will have before the event, okay? So this is the full agenda for you. So scrolling down the agenda, you're going to see all of the 3 days of one-on-one meetings. So May 4th, May 5th, and May 6th, okay? Day 3 and day 4. If you scroll down, you're going to see the times. They are divided from 20 to 20 minutes, which are the length of each one of our annual meetings, as each one of our one-on-one meetings, as I told you. So just scroll down. You're going to check all of the free spots you have, as well as some free time, okay? Okay. So the places for lunch. We are all going to have lunch together in Los Gallos restaurant, which is one of the restaurants right next to the one-on-one meetings rooms, okay? So the lectures, the group picture time, everything is going to be there. So this is how you're going to look your agenda. Now we are going to pass through the time for setting up your availability. This time is going to be tomorrow, okay? So tomorrow you all gotta access the system, click on the main menu of the agenda, and set your availability for the one-on-one meetings. Why do we do this moment previously to the event? Some people do not like to do meetings in the morning, and it's okay. Some people like to do all of the meetings in the morning and leave the afternoon free together with partners in other places, different than one-on-one meeting rooms. And it's okay also. Or maybe you would like to have a larger lunchtime break, and it's also fine. So this is a specific time for you to let all of the attendees know how you're going to be dealing with your schedule to avoid no-shows, okay? So all you gotta do is click on these blue squares here, and you're going to be able to block the spots that you do not want to be available for one-on-one meetings, all right? So just click on the free spot square, and we're going to give you a message saying that you could be missing out opportunities. Of course, We want you all to have as many meetings as you can. Once again, it will be 41 meeting slots. So the more meetings you make, the better results you're going to have by meeting other partners and so on. So encourage you to do your best to attend the biggest amount of meetings possible, okay? But if you want to block this spot, all you gotta do is click on block, give an okay on the message, and you're going to be fine to do all the actions, okay? On the counter, on the top of your screen on your right side, you're gonna see that you have blocked one spot. So 1 out of 41 one-on-one meetings spots, okay? If you want to block another spot, you gotta do the same thing. Select the time you want to block, click on the blue square and select yes and confirm that you want to block this spot. So the counter is going to show you that you are now 2 times blocked, and now another example for you. Okay, so it's very easy to use. It's very intuitive, very visible. Here we are showing the system in which you have a situation you would like to unblock a spot. So you might be able to block, but later on you gotta want to free any spot. All you gotta do is click on the blocked spot and say that you would like to unblock this slot. Okay, so this spot is now free and you are good to do other actions. Okay, the counter now does not have 3 out of 41 spots. It will show you only 2 because you have just unblocked one spot. So another example here, the spot is now free. You gotta click on OK and you are good to go. Okay, once again, if anyone has any doubts about this screen I'm showing, you can send a comment here to our team and we're going to answer you right away, okay? So now let's pass to another time, to another moment. We are going to open the agendas for the scheduling of the one-on-one meetings next week on the 25th, okay? So by the time we open this agenda, you're going to be free to set up your meetings with any partner you would like to meet during the event. So all you got to do is access the system in the same way we just did by the time we went to the availability of the agenda, but you're going to click on a different menu. You're going to be clicking on the schedule meeting menu, okay? So click on the schedule meeting and you're gonna see all of the attendees attending the event, okay? We have a very good tool here, which is the possibility for you to filter the attendees by country, by company, or by the attendee's name. Maybe you already know who you would like to talk with. If you did the first tip I told you to know who you're going to talk with, so this is going to be easier for you, okay? So just filter, use the filters of your interest, filtering by country, easily selecting the countries, or filtering by company, by the name of the company you would like to talk with, or you can filter by the name of the attendee. So just write down the name, select the attendee you would like to talk with, and you're gonna find the attendee's name, okay? You also have the possibility of scrolling down all of the attendees just so you can see all of them. So you have the full information. Once you click on see more, you have the name of the attendee, the company that the attendee is representing, the country that the attendee is representing, and also the see more, which is going to be able to see more information about that company. Okay? So if you pass the mouse by the flags, you're going to be able to see the name of the country, the name of the attendee, their picture, and the see more. You click By the time you choose the attendee you would like to talk with, you click on this little circle. It's going to be selected, and it's going to open to you that this attendee was previously selected by you. You gotta have also the number of spots left you have, and it's going to also be shown on the counter on the bottom, on the top of your screen on the right side, okay? So if you decide to schedule a meeting with this person, all you gotta do is select the button schedule now, and it's going to open this window to you. So your meeting will be scheduled in the first free time. This is a very important point, guys. We have an artificial intelligence in our system, so the system matches the first free time that you and your partner have, okay? So at this first very beginning, you will not be able to select a specific day and time for a meeting with this partner. The system will do that automatically, okay, matching up both agendas, okay? And by the time you want to edit this meeting, you're going to be totally free to do that. But at this first time, just know that it will be done by the system, okay? So you can feel free to send a message to attendee you would like to meet, writing anything of your interest, or you might not want to send a message, and it's also okay. Just click on I don't want to send a message, and you click on book meeting, and you're going to be fine to book another meeting with another attendee, okay? So just click on book meeting, and you're totally fine, okay? So the one-on-one schedule, as I told you, is set automatically by the system, but you're going to be able to edit this meeting as soon as you can, okay? Always when you can, you're going to be access to edit the meeting, okay? So what you want to do now, you have two options in the screen. You can view the agenda, so go back to the screen with the whole slots of meetings, or you can schedule more meetings. In this time here, we're going to schedule another meeting. You're going to go see the agenda or schedule another meeting. If you click on view my agenda, just scroll down and you're going to see the meeting you have just booked. So here, you have invited Alessandro, for example, to do this meeting with you at 1 p.m. on the first day of event. Okay? So, excellent. Now, I'm going to show you how to cancel a meeting. As I told you, you are free to cancel or to edit a meeting always when you want. So all you gotta do is scroll the screen until the meeting you would like to edit, and you click on the button edit. So you're gonna be able to see once again the time and the date that you have scheduled, the table you're supposed to attend this meeting at, and you can reschedule this meeting. So all you gotta do is click on reschedule meeting, and now, yes, now you're gonna be able to choose what day and time you would like to meet up with this person. You're gonna have full access to the free spots of this person you want to have a meeting with. Okay, so just click, select the date, select the time you would like to meet, and confirm the change. And your meeting was just rescheduled, okay? By this time, the attendee will also receive a notification saying that your meeting with them was rescheduled, okay? Okay, so you're going to be able to visualize the new date and the new time you have set up. Okay, you can also cancel the meeting. So the same thing you did by editing the meeting, you just go on the meeting you want to edit or cancel, and in this case, you click on cancel. Click on cancel, answer these sentences, so you could be missing business opportunities with this attendee. So keep this always in mind by the time you want to cancel a meeting, that those are going to be opportunities that you might be missing, okay? So if you decide to actually cancel, just click on yes, and you're gonna have the chance to type a message here letting the partner know why you're not going to be able to attend this meeting. This is not mandatory, but of course, if you want to let them know the reasons, it's going to be very nice of your part. okay? In case you do not want to write anything, just click on I do want to send a message, and you're going to cancel the meeting right away, and you're good to go. Okay? Okay. Excellent. So that's how the system looks like. I hope you all understood well. Once again, it's easy to use, it's very intuitive, it's very visual, so I think you guys will not have big difficulties, but in case you do, we are here to assist. All right? Right after each one of your one-on-one meeting, you're going to receive this screen at your mobile asking you to rate your meeting. And this is very important. We want to understand the quality of the meetings that you are having during the event. Okay, so we highly ask you to contribute by rating your meetings from 1 to 5 stars. So if you think your meeting was poor, you can give 1 star. If you think your meeting was excellent, that it went into your objective, you can give 5 stars. And we would also like you to comment as much as you can regarding those meetings that you're going to be taking, okay? This review is anonymous, so only Twig team will have access, but it's important for us to understand if everything is running smoothly, if the quality of the people they are attending the event are good, and if we gotta make any changes for the next events and so on. Okay, so kindly assist us on rating your meetings right after each one of them. Okay. And this is just an example of how you're going to be able to visualize your screen on your mobile. So during the event, you're going to have the full access of your schedule on your mobile. That's why it is so important to download the Twig app before the event. So you're going to have full access to your whole agenda. And with the same screen I just showed you, which is going to be the screen you're going to be setting up your one-on-one meetings on your computer, you're going to see the same thing on your mobile. So you probably won't have any difficulties on this screen either, because you're going to be already familiar with. Okay? Well, the last but not least, I'm going to give you one last tip by the time you go back home, so you do not forget people that you have met during the event. Sometimes people do an excellent participation and get back home and they just forget about the partners they have met. So go back home and make sure to send a message to your partners saying that it was great to meet them. If you can attach the presentation of your company that you have used during the one-on-one meeting with this partner, this will make it easier for the partners to remember you. Because remember, they are going to be talking to many people. So as many factors, as many points you can put on this email, on this first contact after your attendance, is going to make them remember you, remember good times they spent with you, but also remember about business important points they want to take from now on. Okay? And don't forget to keep a constant contact with these people you've met. So try to send email, try to add them on WhatsApp, to call them on Skype, to ask them if everything is okay, if your team is making good contact with his team, or if he needs anything from your side right after the event and from now on. So after the event, do not lose this connection you created with the partner face to face. Okay, there are going to be many different opportunities for you to keep this constant contact. So you might just lose a good person by your side as a partner if you do not keep this constant contact with those people. Okay. and let your team know that we have new partners to contact from now on, because your team gotta know who are the people they are going to be able to ask for new inquiries, who are the companies you had developed a good relationship during the event. So sit with your team and let them know everyone you were able to meet, all of the companies you were able to get to know, and who you would like to start to work from now on. Okay? By the time your team gets in contact with the partner you've met, with the team of your partner, the contacts are going to be going to be better, are going to be fluid, are going to be smooth. So you're going to be able to keep this business relation going on, not only depending on you, who was the person that attended the event, but also on your team's charge, operational team, sales team, and also business development team. Okay? Well, that's the end. We have some questions here. Okay, excellent. Let me see. Oh, okay. So just to remind you, tomorrow, it's only the day to set your availability, okay? Tomorrow won't be the time to schedule one-on-one meetings. Tomorrow you're going to set your agenda availability. So you're gonna let everyone know what going to be the slots you're going to be available for the one-on-one meetings to be scheduled next week. Okay, so we give this range of 1 week for you all to set your availability properly in order to avoid no shows and all of those pointers I put for you. And next week on the 25th, we're going to open the agenda for everyone to schedule the one-on-one meetings. Okay, is that clear? Okay, remember, we're going to be notifying you the whole time, okay? So if you are on the WhatsApp group, you're going to receive an email saying that the agenda is going to be open for a schedule of one-on-one meetings. You're going to receive a notification also on the WhatsApp group of the event, okay? Let's see if we have another doubt. Okay, all right, okay. So, okay, yes. As I told you before, we are doing some adjustments on the Twig app. So this is totally normal. In a couple of days, we're going to send a notification to you saying, hey guys, now it's time to download the Twig app. Okay? So for the ones who are searching for the Twig app right now, don't worry, because our IT team is doing all of the adjustments, and you will only need the Twig app during the event. So just by the time you're going to be in Punta Cana, the Twig app agenda are going to be available. Okay? Right now, it's not a time to download. We will let you know as soon as is possible, okay? But don't worry about that. All of the notifications are going to be with you. We're going to get to you by the time it's time to download the app, okay?
For tomorrow and next week, you will need the app.
Oh, yes. For tomorrow and next week, you won't need the app, okay? The app is only for you to visualize your agenda. So for tomorrow and next week, you're going to do all of the actions on your computer, all right? Not in the app. The app will only work out with the agenda of the event by the time you guys get to Punta Cana, okay? In about 16 days, all right? Any other doubt? Okay? I think we cleared everything out. Oh, yeah. In case you guys have any other doubt or any other difficulties with the system itself, just let us know. Send a message here, or send a message on the WhatsApp, or send an email to our CS team, and we will be more than glad to clear all of those doubts to you. Well, I am extremely excited to meet you all in a couple of weeks. Thank you for coming, for participating. I really hope that this webinar was useful for you. Simple tips but you can be sure that if you take those tips in practice, you're going to be able to boost your attendance even more. Okay, so I will see you all in Punta Cana in a couple of days. All right, see you guys. Bye bye. Thank you.